What a bullet! Scott Arfield! He's been training that recently, and all the Burnley players run to the door.
Hello, welcome to another video on Turfcast. I am Nathan, and we are going to be looking at the Villa game on Sunday. It's football's back at the turf again. It feels like the start of the season again for me. It feels like the Man City game was just a bit of a sort of like dead rubber. It didn't really matter what happened in that game. It felt like one last pre-season friendly, and then we've gone away for like one more little week in pre-season, play a few friendlies and whatnot. So, buzzing to be back. It's going to feel like the first day of the season all over again at Turf Moor. Sunday, it's going to be bouncing. Hopefully, be a nice weather for it. Good atmosphere. Got an exciting potential lineup to play. So. Yeah, looking forward to the game. I think it's going to be really good, really exciting. Past week we've made a couple of signings. We've signed the new lad, Delacroix. Butchered that name. We'll go with that one. And Aaron Ramsey from Villa. One signing. I think the Delacroix signing is I think just a squad player, just an extra backup for in case we have injuries and miss a couple of players and whatnot. And I think Ramsey is a very exciting player. The Ramsey family seem to be producing some amazing talent. There's something in the water in Birmingham. You've got the Bellingham family and you've got the Ramsey family that just seem to be producing absolute monsters of footballers. So whatever they're doing, they need bottling up and selling to the masses, basically. But yeah, Aaron Ramsey coming in, decent signing on a permanent. I think he's got a really good high ceiling for us, and I think if he has a good couple of years, we'll have a good resale value, but we'll also get a good couple of seasons of football out of him, and I think he'll be a good acquisition for us. I think we may see him coming in and out of games over the next couple of weeks. He might even get a game this weekend. Who knows if he's ready? He's been at the club for quite a while now, probably 2 or 3 weeks, so. Company might see him as someone that's ready to go, ready to roll. So, that's something to look forward to. So, on to the game Sunday. So it's 2:00 kickoff, Super Sunday. Villa have just come off the back of one strange result and one obvious result, which in the league, which was Newcastle away, which they got pumped 5-1. I watched that game and I thought they were all over the shop at the back. They were playing a ridiculously high line and they just conceded a lot of stupid goals. Like I don't actually think they played that badly, to be honest with you. They just conceded just some silly goals, like really high line, getting in behind, giving the ball away. But on the whole, they played okay. I thought it sounds stupid to say in a 5-1 defeat, but yeah, I thought the goals they conceded were just a bit daft. So maybe there's something to get at there with their high line and whatnot. But then. They then followed that up with a good response against Everton, which they battered them 4-0, which for me makes sense. Everton are not great at the minute, but that's another podcast for another day. Villa got to come out 4-0 winners, easy win for them. And then they went on to Hibs in the Europa Conference League and absolutely battered them, and they didn't really look like they had to sort of come out of second or first or second gear, to be honest with you. Ollie Watkins bagged an hat-trick. He'd not scored up until then, so that's sort of a concerning sign for us anyway, that Ollie Watkins is potentially found a tiny bit of form and got his eye in for some goals against us. But I think they're looking in good nick coming to us now. I think they've just started getting in the stride again now, and that may become a bit of a topic of interest going forward. We've had one game, couple of weeks off, just played friendlies. Are we going to be fully Premier League match fit? Who knows? Villa are in their 3rd game now, so they're well into their stride. Does that mean they're in full swing, or do they think, and they might be a bit leggy? Who knows? Only one way to find out on Sunday, I guess. I personally think it's going to be a really, really entertaining game Sunday. I think there's 2 very, very good footballing teams there, 2 very, very good managers that are tacticians, that know how to set teams up correctly, and get the most out of their players. I think we're going to see quite a few goals, to be honest with you. I'll probably save a match prediction till later on in the vid, but I think we're going to see quite a few goals in this. I think it's going to be very end-to-end stuff. I think both teams are going to try and have a go at each other. I don't think one team's going to try and nullify a game at all. I think if we look at our last performance against Man City, we played a very, very strict pressing game. It wasn't press at all cost at every opportunity. It was press when the press was on, or don't press and let them get frustrated and wait for them to start playing the ball out, and wait for the triggers. And it wasn't just gung ho. It was very, 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 very purposeful pressing, which I think that's probably the correct way to do it. And I think that might might swing into our favour. That one, I think Villa again want to play with the ball at the feet. They want to play at the back. They don't potentially like going long too often. So I think we might see a lot of a lot of joy in that, with the turf more atmosphere bouncing, and they might just feel a bit on top of it. During the start of the game, if we get that atmosphere going, and our lads are just absolutely firing at them left, right, and centre. And I think we'll get a bit of joy in that, and hopefully that from our point of view, hopefully that they do play that high line, because Foster and Koleosho and Amdouni running in behind that defence, I think they'll have an absolute field day. If Villa are naive to try and play that again like they did against Newcastle, I would be quite worried, because we can switch over the ball really quick and get the ball into spaces and then play them over the top pretty quick. We showed that against City. We did that really well a few times. So that's a positive for me to look at. I think there's a bit of team news that's sort of come out over the week from Villa. The only one I can think of is the only one that I've heard of is Martinez. He's their first choice keeper. World Cup winning Martinez as well, may I add. Good keeper, probably now king of the shit house, as it were. But he's looking 50-50 whether he play now. We did a space last night, and a Villa fan jumped in, and their backup goalkeeper, the name escapes me, which is bad of me, but they're saying that their backup goalkeeper, they don't have any confidence in whatsoever, that every time he's played, he's had an absolute howler. So fingers crossed that comes in for us from Burnley point of view anyway, that they've got the second choice keeper in there, and Martinez is out, unfortunately, for them anyway. So that's on their side. Our side, I don't think there's anything of note other than the Bayer news. I know there's a bit of rumours circulating that he'd done his ACL. He's about for He's not done his ACL. He has got a knee injury. It's not his ACL. It's not that bad. It's not a bad injury. The rumours I've heard and that have been flying around and we've been sort of told is that he's going to be out until the international break. So we're going to probably not see him for a couple of weeks. That could be a good thing. It gives him time to fully recover. The international break gives him time to properly recover and get some rehab done, and we'll probably see Bayer, step up again towards back end of September again and step back into the team. So the Bayer situation is a slight concern of mine, to be honest, because over the season, last season, he did miss a couple of blocks of games due to little niggles, not big injuries, just little niggles that he couldn't seem to shake off. So hopefully this isn't one of them, and it was just sort of a knock, and it sort of just flared up a bit. It's flared up not how they wanted it to, and they're just trying to get it sorted. So, but then this all falls back into why we've been signing so many centre off, so many players. We're building a big squad. We've got that rotation now. Like, we lose Bayer, Ekdal comes in. We lose O'Shea or Dekil. One of the new lads steps in straight away. Like, it's interchangeable. It's it's not the end of the world. One player out in the past usually meant disaster. Starting 11's gone. We've got no one to come in, but this time it's okay. So I think that's not too bad. I think we're looking at pretty 90% strength of a squad. New lads can probably come into the bench and bolster that. And I think, like I said, we've had the gap now of a week and a bit after the City game and not playing. Company's had time to get his friendlies in. We've won all 3 friendlies that we've played. I think it was, can't remember the first one, a Scottish team, and then we played Aberdeen, battered them 6-0, and then we played Man United. Now, Man United was probably a weakened team, probably fringe player team, but you've got to beat what's in front of you, and to go out there and go to Carrington and to go and beat them 3-0, I think, it's a bit of not a statement, but it's a confidence booster for the lads. They're going to walk away and just go, 3 friendlies, 3 wins, loads of goals conceded, loads of goals scored, non-conceded. I think we're going to look in good shape now. I think I'm going to do a predicted lineup. I think we'll probably line up with Trafford in goal, Roberts on one side, And I think he'll probably try and stay with the 3 and allow one of the centre-halves to roam sort of free as he does. So I think he'll be doing De Keel, O'Shea and Ekdal. That'll be the 3. And Coutinho on the other side. That's pretty flexible 3. You know, O'Shea can step in, or De Keel and Ekdal can do them little runs that they do and step into midfield. And then I think we'll have the 2 holders, the usuals, the little and large, Shaw, Burge and Cullen. I think that's going to become a mainstay this season. That's going to be quite a consistent theme, you'll see. And then I'm going to go Foster one side, Coley O'Shea the other, and then Amdouni sort of in that, you know, that front row that's going to drop in and let players get beyond him. I think that sort of lineup to me looks pretty decent, and I think it can take on Villa and potentially match them pretty well. So I think on the whole, I think we're looking in good nick. Decent squad. We think confidence is high in the training camp. Company's had time to reset, get some tactics, get some feedback across to the lads after the City game, move it forward. So as for score predictions, like I said at the start, I think it's going to be quite a few games, and I think it's going to be a 2-2, maybe even a 3-2 win, maybe even a 3-3, or it's going to be a tight swing on the win. But I think there's more chance going on a draw. But on the whole, I'm just happy to be back at turf again, back in the Premier League, and I think Sunday feels like our season starts then. Our season starts Sunday, so hoping for a good atmosphere, a good old day on Sunday, and yeah, hopefully for a win. So yeah, make sure you let us know in your comments your prediction, your score predictions, your potential lineups, what you're thinking for the game. Make sure you give us a follow all on Twitter. Subscribe on YouTube, so we can keep pushing out these videos. I'm going to try and keep getting more content out to you. But yeah, cheers for watching, cheers for subscribing, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
Took back for Arfield. 1-0 Burnley. Scott Arfield. He's been threatening that recently, and all the Burnley players run to the door with it.